Hey, good morning to everybody. A happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It is not so bright and early, 7 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I actually had two different videos already made up, political, social issues. One where I was talking about a professor from Virginia who is supposedly getting canceled because of a tweet where she talked about she didn't know how she's going to explain to her kids about Superman's son kissing the other boy, blah, blah. So I made a few videos about that. I made one video about that and another video. I'm going to put those on hold. The reason why I'm running late, I want to talk about something else. The supply chain with issues. People are talking, blaming Biden for this and, how America's all messed up and everything. But like I always say to you guys, I try to find the silver lining. When you're given lemons, make lemonade. So I got an interesting story to tell you guys. All right, stick with me here. You can make some money selling, especially if you have kids' toys. If your child outgrew toys with Christmas coming up. Not just that. A lot of household items, especially stuff that you got as a gift and you didn't open. Stuff that could be worth a lot more money on eBay these days. A way to make money actually from this supply chain issue. Stuff that's that there's a shortage of, where you could turn around and sell on eBay. All right, let me show you. I got a wicked example of this. Okay, let me start at the very beginning. Back in 2006, I got clean and sober, right? And I tried to take up my time. That was a key thing of recovery, was replacing, basically rebuilding my life, but keeping busy. And I would do a lot of shopping. I was not used to having money in my pocket. Back then, this is probably hard for a lot of people to imagine if they never dealt with, addiction. But back then, money to me was meaningless. Seriously, the only thing it was how much of this I could get with it, or how much of that I could get with it. If in alcohol terms, it would be, $5 or $10 would be a pint of this. Seriously, that's how I looked at money, not food or clothes or savings or gas, or it was how much of this, any money I got was gone. So having money in my pocket was a new thing. I would go to NA meetings almost every day, every other day. And I would go to the local malls after, and I would see a lot of the people that were in the meetings. I'd see them in the malls and Walmart and Target and all these other stores. And I found out this was a common thing amongst people in recovery, collecting. Because a lot of people in recovery, it was like kind of like having a new hobby, something to take up your time. And so when I went to the stores, I was always a car guy. I always liked cars. And when I was a kid, I used to collect Matchbox and Hot Wheels. You see where I'm going with this. So I was walking around the stores one of those days back in 2006, 2007, and I came across the Hot Wheels display. And, I loved the 60s and 70s muscle cars. So I bought one for 99 cents. I used to have a 73 Formula Firebird. That thing was like my girlfriend. So every time I would look at these Hot Wheels displays, I would look for that particular car. But I would always end up buying one or two of them. Every time I went to the store, every time I went to any big store, I would buy one or two of these Hot Wheels. 2006, 2007, 2008. By 2012 or 2013, I had started developing other more serious hobbies and goals. Working out, my art took off, and I actually started to get into serious relationships in 2013. One of my first serious relationship. But so it kind of dropped off then. Let me show you. So I amassed about 3, and I didn't open these. I would just take these Hot Wheels home and put them up on the wall. Here's some examples here. Let's see. There you go. I ended up amassing over 300 of these. Okay, so fast forward to about 2 weeks ago. I don't know, I saw a story somewhere about a toy, toys being shortage of toys and the supply chain and everything. So these had been in a box when I moved and everything in a closet for years. And all of a sudden it popped into my head, I got all these toys sitting around. And it's not just the supply chain thing. People have more, due to, the pandemic and the government checks and everything, people have more spending money. People are flush with cash these days, apparently. And people are collecting things. So I looked up on eBay. I picked one at random. I think I pulled it out right here. I looked at this one. I picked this one out by random, right? I paid 99 cents for this. 100. There's several different. Sometimes there's 5-6 different ads for one particular car. $148 for this one car, and I was hooked. Some of them, granted, some of them were as little as $5 to $10. That was the minimum. Remember, I paid 99 cents for this. Some of them, I have the Scooby-Doo mystery machine I remember buying, and there was ads for that one for $450. So I've been spending my time. I have to catalog all these. I'm cataloging them, taking a picture of each individual one, and then researching how much they're all going for. So what I should be asking for each individual one, shipping and handling and all that stuff. So needless to say, though, I could easily be looking at over $10,000 here. Easily, that's a lowball conservative estimate. If I just there's bound to be a couple in here that are worth maybe even 4 digits or more. So. Like I always say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. We're talking about this supply chain thing, and it's an opportunity to turn some of your stuff into cash. There's people, especially here's another thing: if people are looking for bikes are hard to come by. Take it from me, you can't find bikes low end. Just family bikes for dad, mom, dad, the kids or whatever. They're hard to find these days. A lot of people have bikes sitting around that, the kids outgrew or whatever. You clean them up, you can get some good money for these on eBay. Just some thoughts on making the best of a not so positive situation. All right, I'll be back later with those other videos I talked about. You guys have a great Monday.